有师傅不会美。Anybody want to come up? Yes. Okay. Hello. Hey. Vietnamese can come up. Don't have any. Oh, whoa. Then the back can come to the front. Yeah. And can sit over there if you want. There's some places there, behind there, some places behind here, everything. Good. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, 这里，靠近。我要当主持人演一下。过去哪里？这边，那边这里来 ，go. I say I'm directing. Yeah, not a film director, but traffic director. Yeah, still some more lights now. Up for sale. And that one, some more places there. Come on, okay, never mind, whatever. It's good. Translation. Begin. Nobody there? Yeah. Yeah, if you need, raise your hand quickly before it's out. You know, it's very quickly out here. Yeah, you need earphone, you raise your hand quickly. Raise and keep it there until you get it. Yeah, there, no, okay. Very good. I'm a good director. Why didn't I do some like film directing stuff? Oh, I did some. I won the King and Co just for fun. Okay, lah. Yes, everybody happy? Sure. Yeah. I can believe that. That I can believe. Yeah. It's a good holiday, yeah? People cook for you. And people translate for you. Wow, what a life, huh? Yeah, I like it. Sit here, make me feel comfy. You have translation not yet? Good, wonderful. What a nice day. Yeah. For a change. Huh. Okay. Huh. 翻过来啊，都一样，还是一样那一套了。我不知道我为什么赚这些，当和尚赚这些干什么？我也不晓得。我今天跟那些司机的呢带过来的就抱怨，我说我命好苦啊，看起来很漂亮，不过好辛苦。因为一个人呢什么都要赚这个很困难，有时候这够不进去啊。I say sometimes this kind of thing look beautiful, but I'm alone. Nobody help me. I don't have husband, wives, or kids to help me to hook it in. And sometimes very difficult for me, one person to do everything. Even the shoes, you have to hook it in. And the trousers, you have to hook it in and everything. As I told you last time, to be a man is a blessing. Except the hormone stuff. Yeah. Everything is good to be a man. Okay, I have to sit this way. Otherwise, I always look at the woman. Yeah, I want to look at a new view for a change, you know? Every day I look at myself already. New view, good view. Okay, you don't wait until retreat to come? You come in now? Huh? You don't wait until retreat, it's only a few more days, right? How many more days? 20 days, yeah? Less, yeah. Yeah, and you will see your old woman again. Same old. So every day now I'm getting older, I have to decorate a little bit so that you can see like a new view, you know? New stuff. Okay lah, everybody ready? Yes. Good. Last time, where were we? Before I go on and on and on with my calendar, we better look at this. 断食，他断食啊！对了，他找那位公主了，这对吗？Yes. Hello, are you still there? Yes. Okay, we catching up. 5 months and 25 days passed since Lord Mahavira had eaten anything. So the 26th day of the 6th month dawned. It was past noon when Prabhu Vatman, wandering for alms, was approaching the house of merchant Danava. An expectant crowd followed him. Everybody now follow him everywhere. It's like that. Because he hasn't eaten anything. And people are curious, yeah, to see whether or not he's going to eat today. Same when I was in New York in the temple and I did not eat anything for a long time. The attendance of the temple increased. They came looking for me, asking questions and stuff like that. It's really a bother. But I had no choice to go anywhere. At that time, I had no money, no place to go, and any place is the same. If you don't eat anything and you are in the public eye, they will come and looking for you, just for your special diet, a no-food diet. Yeah, that's the problem. So, nevertheless, I survived until last minute. I cannot bear no more. I thought this couldn't be worse than eating. It could be worse than eating. You know, people pay too much attention to you and for the wrong reason. So I started eating again. Told you already last week, right?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, it's a new one. You know, I don't know how to handle the new thing. I just moved again and everything is everywhere. And you know what women are like. We need this, we need that, we need everything. And all this kind of extra work make me feel, wow, what for have I became a monk? It went back to zero. Worse than before. I thought I left just one husband. Now I have so many, yeah? Yeah, I thought I left home and look at how many relatives I have now, family members, yes. So the big crowd, expectant crowd was following him now, everywhere. It's because 5 months, plus almost 5 months and a half, he hasn't eaten anything. And people would, of course, wonder whether he's still alive, you know, or is it a ghost who run around begging. You know, in the world, people have concept, yeah, of what and what and what, yeah. Like if you don't eat, you will die, yeah. For example, like that. So they were also watching me like a hawk when I was in the temple, because the temple people come in and out, you know, all the time. And Sunday also gathering to pray and all that, yeah. If you are alone, it's not too bad. But like Lord Mahavira, he was also alone, but he needed to go out to beg for alms. Almost 5 months and a half, he didn't eat anything. So he's still walking around and still begging for alms. But he's still waiting for that precise princess who is still in shackle, who was holding horse food or something in front of her, but didn't eat for 3 days and in drag clothes, yeah? So that's the way it is arranged by Maya to make trouble for the prince. But almost 5 months and a half, and he didn't eat anything, meaning he eats if he wants to. He doesn't when he doesn't want to. You see clearly? Yes. So good practitioners, they don't really depend. He already has no clothes on. In the beginning of the story, we know already that they even took away his only one cloth to cover for decency, for the human decency. They took it away from him already. Yes. And now he has no food. He still stay alive. So he is a true practitioner, yeah? Concentrate so much inside, so was oblivious to anything outside. So that means he can eat or not eat, yes? But he chose not to eat, yes. In such a dire situation, how can he find a princess in Iraq even, and hadn't eaten for many days or 3 days, and then in a cage and in front of a bowl of horse food or something, coarse food in front of her, and still did not eat. But it has to be like that, and he knew that. He saw that in his vision. So he had to wait until then to have something to eat. Meanwhile, he still survived and walking around, begging like everybody else. So we should know by this example that real practitioners, they don't really depend on anything in this world to survive. They just do it for the sake of others, for the sake of the world. Yeah. For whatever it is, it's not for their own benefit. So the expectant crowd follow him anywhere. Chandana was sitting on the threshold of the cellar. She wasn't deep in the cellar anymore, but she sat on the threshold of the cellar. One foot inside and the other outside. Just one foot dangling out and one foot inside. In her hand was a basket, and in the basket, stale Paul's brand. You knew it last time, okay, when I began the story. When she looked at the shackles on her limbs, a broken dream emerged in her memory, and she became lost. She was kind of lost in her trance or dream. Daydream, that could be like a vision, huh? Since she's so pure and she hasn't eaten, so probably she just became calm very quickly and had a vision, yeah. All of a sudden, she heard the sound of approaching footsteps, many footsteps, of course, because it's not only the master, it's the big crowd follow him, yeah. Right, very attractive. Anything new, anything strange is attractive to this human race on this planet. So now she heard the footsteps. She was in her dreamy state, but then she heard many footsteps and a murmur of the crowd. Why do they murmur? I don't understand. Probably it's still far away and they didn't want to talk loud to disturb the Lord Mahavira out of reverence, so they just talk in murmuring fashion. Like, okay, I tell you, don't tell that one. Okay, that one, don't tell this one. This one, don't tell that. Yeah. I thought I murmured before, but it became very loud in the beginning when I first came back to Taiwan. Today, the former two-time Vice President of Taiwan also paid a visit. And she said to me, she was very impressed when I came to Taiwan in the beginning, yeah? And a big, huge, 10,000 people, went to the airport and carried this kind of high sedan chair and carry on their shoulder and put me on it, yeah. To welcome home. So that is the thing. I told just one person, my attendant or somebody, I can remember, to book my ticket for me. And I said, don't tell anybody, of course. Oh, I forgot, or maybe I didn't tell, or maybe I forgot. And she told the other attendant. And the attendant has her best friend. And the best friend has boyfriend. Boyfriend has mama. Mama has papa. Papa has, co-workers and whomever, the disciples. They all went to the airport. And I became a sudden star, airport star, yeah. So I told her that was at the beginning, Even sometime I say, I'm thinking of going to Japan. I didn't even book ticket. I didn't plan anything yet. Everybody know Master going to Japan, and Japanese disciple preparing everything already. Oh, God. So I said, that's why I don't tell anybody anymore. I even go everywhere alone now. Yes, with my own suitcase. Pack my own things and book ticket at the airport. I don't book ticket at home. I don't know how to book online. So that is the thing. I told just one person, my attendant or somebody, I can remember, to book my ticket for me. And I said, don't tell anybody, of course. Oh, I forgot, or maybe I didn't tell, or maybe I forgot. And she told the other attendant. And the attendant has her best friend. And the best friend has boyfriend. Boyfriend has mama. Mama has papa. Papa has, co-workers and whomever, the disciples. They all went to the airport. And I became a sudden star, airport star, yeah. So I told her that was at the beginning, Even sometime I say, I'm thinking of going to Japan. I didn't even book ticket, I didn't plan anything yet. Everybody know, Master going to Japan, and Japanese disciple preparing everything already. Oh, God. So I say, that's why I don't tell anybody anymore. I even go everywhere alone now. Yes, with my own suitcase, pack my own things, and book ticket at the airport. I don't book ticket at home. I don't know how to book online. And if I tell somebody to help me to book online, then everybody will be a big line at the airport again. And at the other end of the destination would also be a line. I don't book online anymore. I'm afraid of the line because it's inconvenience for the people. It's very convenient for you, I know that. Just inconvenient for the airport personnel, the police and the traffic, and So one time I went alone, I came out alone by taxi. I even go by taxi nowadays. And then the personnel at the airport, the one who check your passport when you pass inside the gate or the immigration. And she asked me, nobody sent you off today? She even know that. Yeah. She said in Chinese, 别人送你啊，今天别人送你. So I did not understand the word beer. I said, what mean beer? She said, normally you come, a lot of people send you off, and when you come back, a lot of people see you. Today nobody see you off. I said, no, I left quietly, alone, taxi. Yeah, I did not book. I came to the airport, booked ticket, and then I went all alone. The same when I went on the European tour. You saw me only alone, huh? That's why I had to drive the stick shift car, because there was no taxi anymore. All of you took all the taxis that's available. Either that, or you drive your own car and took other people. And when they saw me, they're all coming together. Master, we have car, come with us. Oh, then I'm so scared. I run, and the stick shift or not, I just give gas. Oh my God. First time in my life I ever drove the stick shift. And the man said, it's the last car that I can rent. Take it or leave it. Yes. And the manager hurried to go home because birthday daughter or something. I said, I never drove this before. He said, never mind, just open the key. Here is the brake. And when you want to switch the gear, you brake, and then you freeze the right foot here, the left foot there, and then you go. Oh, man, and it keeps stopping on the highway all the time. And I have to start it all over again, so I keep the blinking light on all the time. And everybody pass by and feeling something, sorry. Oh, I do, just smiling. And they know there must be some idiot and driving on the highway. I wonder how the police even let such a dum-dum drive the car. But the Slovenia people, they're very friendly. They did not judge me too much. They just look, and they see me smiling. They also smile. Oh, okay, no problem. And I survived. Yeah, all this stopping in the middle. It stopped 100 times. The car just stopped by itself. I don't know why. Maybe I pushed the wrong foot or something, and it just stopped like that. Yeah. I had no idea. And then I just fumbling and try again, and then it works again. And then whenever I need to stop, and then it won't run again. If I stop, then it stops forever. To try to fumble how to do it again. Yeah. Already a very bad driver, and then had to drive the car like that. The car that I have never seen in my life. In Slovenia, that's the best car you have. I didn't know what brand is that even, yes. And the highway was not very big, is it? Any Slovenian people here, or have you been there? Any of you? The highway of Slovenia is like the national lane here. Yeah. Maybe that's good also, because people don't drive so fast. I'm spared my life. Yeah, I thought I was murmuring, you know. But I cannot avoid it because the European tour was very tightly packed, you know. One day, next 2 days, another country. So disciples are always everywhere, you know, in the airport at the same time with me. Yeah. And I wonder what kind of brain I had going on such a trip like that, all alone. Not booked hotel, nothing. Just went everywhere and booked ticket, just like that. And driving the car that you never driven before. My God. But the condition is like that. I cannot have more comfortable at that time. I cannot afford the comfort. I cannot. I had to go alone and do all that alone. And many other difficult situations, you know. Like dragging my suitcase alone up to the staircase, because sometimes you don't have the elevator. Not every country has, or not every airport has where you want to go. And dragging it far away and then go up and down the staircase and etc., etc. No time to eat, no time to drink, rushing and all that stuff. But I just had to do it. Just like Lord Mahavira here, he had to wait 5 months and 26 days in order to find food. After 5 months and 26 days, you know, he didn't have to eat anymore. You understand, right? You don't have to. But he just had to do it. He just had to go beg it, because that's the way it's arranged. Just like I have to go through a lot of trouble wearing all these clothes and you know what, inside also. And hooking this here behind here, hooking in front here. Yeah, and wearing these and the high heels and all that. Well, at least in Vietnam, you know, later I found out that one of the master of Vietnamese Buddhism, he predicted that there will be a woman with high heel to come and take care of the real religion, something like that, you know, leading the religious community. Well, at least if you don't understand why I have to wear high heel, now you can ask these kind of masters or their disciples. Okay, yeah? And then with all jewelry all over the body and wear nice clothes and stuff like that, they all predict it, yeah? So, okay. Well, at least I'm doing God's will, okay? I don't care about what anybody else thinks. I cannot care anymore. But it's a lot of work instead of this. Yeah, this is the life that you should aspire to. Simple, you know, 2-3 pair of clothes, you're happy, you're free. True freedom is the best. It's the best of everything. Yes. Now live like Lord Mahavira. Yeah, not even a stitch on your body. It is very funny how any practitioner, the true practitioner, you know, the one who will be master or something, will be tested to the extent of their last endurance, yeah. But that's the way it is, actually. Just like gold, you know. It's not beautiful like this, huh? It has to be grilled in the very vicious fire, yeah, and then has to be beaten, and have to be confined into mold and shape, and then have to be even sculpted with chisel and with hammer and sticking and nail and drill and hole, and in order to put diamond in, they must drill the holes, many holes, for example. And then it becomes a beautiful piece of jewelry. That is the envy of the world. Similarly, most great person in history has gone through a lot of tests, hammer, trimming, and unbearable situation. They have to bear the unbearable. They have to endure the unendurable. Many things like that. And then you are tamed, then you're trimmed, you're sculpted into a perfect shape inside. that you're ready to do a great job. Then you have no more attachment to anything at all. Having or not having, to you is the same. You don't even shy away from fame, but you don't care about fame. You are just whatever, the arrangement of heaven. You are just that. You just do whatever you have to do, regardless of your own liking or not liking. Yeah. But at that time, after you've been drill and hammer and chisel and punch and hole and fire, everything already, I think everything else left you. Or the ego gone. Then God can manifest. So if you want to be great, like Lord Mahavira, learn from his lessons. Like we should not fear hardship. We should not desire for comfort. Yes. If you have comfortable place, okay, you use it. If you don't have it, you take care of yourself. Use a tent or anything. So you excuse me if I don't want to build any more building, okay? No matter what we build, we can never build enough anyway. Hey.
Sorry.
And it's okay. I don't know why you cry, but here people do all kind of weird things, so it doesn't matter. Why?
Just felt so sorry when you said you have to be molded and hammered and made holes and everything. You have to go through the unbearable.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's the way it's arranged. Yeah? At least I look beautiful. I have clothes.
You're very beautiful,
Lord Mahavira did not have any clothes. And he didn't eat for 5.5 months. Here they feed me a lot. I'm so worried I get fat even.
You're amazingly beautiful, Master.
Thank you. I'm just joking. Because nobody say I'm beautiful, I have to praise myself. Otherwise I cannot bear all this. At home I immediately take off and then just put on my old slippers and whatever clothes I have there. Because I keep changing places also, so I don't always have the monk clothes around. I like it. It's simple. It's a nice color. You just feel light and comfortable. That's why monks they wear this kind of clothes. They feel very comfortable. You know, it doesn't feel any bother. You feel like you don't wear anything. It's very simple. And I was thinking I left home for a simple life. That's why I was laughing. You're dreaming of a simple life, you know, and look at how many husbands and wives and children you have. Yeah. Gray hair children, big nose children, flat nose children, black children, white children, yellow, red, brown in between. Yeah. I was dreaming. I was thinking, oh, okay, be a monk. Oh, so good. Because I was surrounded with monks and nuns when I was younger, yeah. I went to the temple when I was a kid. Of course, I went to the church also, and I see monks, live Buddhists or Christianity. They're also wonderful. Yeah, they live for others, yeah. They teach the good things only, and they live very simple. That was my ideal, you know. So I thought, oh, being a monk, so nice. I thought. Yeah. It was my dream, and it faded so quickly, quicker than I blinked my eyes. Yeah. A monk's life, for example, in India is very nice. Also here is very nice. Here you're not allowed to go out and begging for food or anything, maybe not. I'm not sure if the law allows that or not. But when you first shave your head and become official nuns and monks, you're allowed to go out all together in one big group, and people are allowed to come and give you monetary gift, one time only, yes. And now I'm not sure if a monk come out with a ball and go to a supermarket, I'm not sure if the police will let him or not. Yeah, because here in Taiwan we have a lot of food, and the monks always have temple, and mostly they are supported by family, yes. Taiwan is so small anyway, even if you leave home, it's only a few hours maximum. Yeah, so a couple of hours away. So your home is anywhere nearby, yeah? And so always have family support, yeah? When I became a monk, I didn't know that. I had no money, truly nothing. I worked in a temple and I was given 500 NT per month. Of course, I can eat there, that's all. And everything else I had, just monk clothes, 2-3 pairs, nothing much. And anything else I had to buy for myself. I didn't buy much anyway, just some pen to write with, and bus fare to go somewhere, see some other master, for example, like that. Nothing much that I needed. And I was having my 250 precepts. That's a real monk then, okay? After some time, you can be a higher monk, yeah? First you become a novice, yeah? And then after you serve a master or temple for a while, then you can be a higher nun or monk, priestess, And then you have to go to a big assembly together, take the precepts together, yeah. And then according to precept, you eat only 1 time a day. I really did that. For I don't know how many years, I forgot. I don't know how many years, yeah. And sometimes I cheat, of course. Yeah. Like when I went to Germany, it's too cold, and they put bread in front of me, which I haven't seen for years. Oh, I really, please don't tempt me. And then I just eat like that. Before the prayer is finished, I already feel something in my mouth, and then something go down already. So I said, never mind, if you eat already 1 piece and you eat another, you sin already, what's the hair? Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, really, yeah. And then now, sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't, sometimes 2 meals, sometimes 1 meal, sometimes nothing. Whatever, yeah? Well, the doctor recently prescribed some medicine. Yeah, so medicine had to eat with meal, so that I had to. For example, like that. Yeah, I'm not free anymore. Every time I want to be free, something happens. So I gave up. I gave up fighting for my freedom. Freedom of not to eat, freedom of not to wear clothes, freedom of not to live in a house, freedom of not to worry about anything, but I have to. All kind of unfreedom. Okay, forget the calendar and come back to you now. I just wanted to tell you that the real practitioner, they're truly free, if they want to be. But this was because he was still free. He had only 1 disciple who was his attendant. He had no disciple yet. He practiced for 12 years before he became completely enlightened and confident enough to teach other people. Right now, he's still free. Being tested and chiseled and trimmed and cut and fired and drowned and starved and, ridicule and torture and everything still continue. Yet, he's in the process of getting ready to do a great job. Imagine. But even then, even though without knowing, at that time, Lord Mahavira is already blessing the world. Yeah, and those who has affinity with him. It's not like wait until he became a truly official enlightened master, then the karma would come. No, karma already come. That's why he suffers so much. He suffers also because of some karma of his, but it cannot be that much. No, it's added on by the world karma, even though without him knowing at that time yet. But he began to know more already, so he knew that he has to wait for the princess. This, captured and harassed and tortured princess to give him food. Otherwise, 5.5 months he went around eating nothing. Right, so now the princess was still in shackles, yeah, due to the wicked, jealous wife of her so-called adopted father. She's still in shackles and she's dangling there and dreaming, maybe too tired, having a vision, off and on, yeah. And then she heard the footsteps and a murmur of a crowd. Then she looked up and found that the great savior, Shaman Mahavira, was standing at her door. Chandana became enthralled. She thought, "Oh, thank Lord, you have yourself come to my rescue from this pitiable condition." A glow of happiness dawned on her face. She even knew about the Lord Shaman Mahavira. Huh? Maybe he was very famous then. Of course you would be, no? If you wear no clothes, yeah? And you eat nothing already for 5.5 months. Yeah, I was famous in that temple at that time, more famous than the abbot already, and I could not bear the energy. You know, the conflicting, the envious, and the curiosity, and the uncomfortable feeling of everybody in that temple when I'm not eating and still working, you know, cleaning, cooking as usual. Yeah, but don't take even one grain of rice into my mouth. And I felt nothing. I didn't feel like desire to eat while I'm cooking. I didn't feel tired when I'm working. Nothing. It was the best time in my life. I just quit just like that. Not preparing 21 day or 102 day, nothing. Yeah, just because the abbot criticized me for eating one meal, it's almost like, they say like 3 meals anyway, like I eat a lot. So that's it. I just quit. Without preparing and without getting angry or anything, I just quit without feeling even embarrassed or anything. I just quit like that. So of course, you know, and everybody tell everybody, and then, you know what I'm saying. Don't tell anybody else. You know, I tell you, you don't tell anybody else, and then everybody else tell everybody else. Yeah. Lucky is America. It was New York and America. People are more preoccupied with any other thing except a non-eating nun. You know, American people. And the master did not have a large following in America at that time, that master, the abbot. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what else will happen. I probably have been on TV or what not. What more nuisance could have happened, you know? So before that happened, I just stopped. I couldn't bear anymore that energy surrounding me, you know, every day. That was uncomfortable, you know, so I ate. Didn't really like it. Nowadays, I sometimes think about it. I still regret, you know. Yeah, I still regret that I should have continued. But then I wouldn't have to had a chance to have many more affinity like I do now, yeah, with other people. Yeah. Eating sometimes is a work. It's a work. So a glow of happiness dawned on her face. She forgot all her misery, and the pain turned into joy as if every cell in her body was dancing. She tried to stand. "Welcome, O Lord, please accept something from these wretched hands," from her. No. Prabhu took a step forward and stopped. 12 out of the 13 conditions were visible. You know, that she has to be a princess and etc., etc. And he can see that he normally took one step away, but then he saw that some of the 12 conditions that allow him to eat or that he has to meet to eat were visible to him already. Yeah. Some of the 12, he hasn't investigated everything yet. So he stepped back and he looked. 12 out of the 13, almost, it's only one more condition. Then he knows is it the correct moment and person. So visible was 12 of them. Only Chandana had no tears in her eyes. Oh, she has to cry as well, okay? That's the only last condition that's not visible yet. So Mahavira turned and started moving away. He thought it's not right. Only 12 conditions, not 13. As soon as Mahavira turned away, Chandana's joy vanished, as if struck by lightning. She lamented by herself, "How unlucky I am that even in this wretched condition, Prabhu has turned empty-handed from my door." Filled with self-pity, she started crying. 13th condition, already here. Mahavira turned back and looked. All conditions of his resolution were visible now. He stepped ahead and extended his cupped hands before Chandana. Joyous, Chandana took the post brand from the basket and put it in the extended palms of Lord Mahavira Swami. Mahavira broke his fast right there and then. The next moment, Chandana's shackles shattered to pieces by itself. Divine drums sounded in the sky. Divine applause echoed from all directions. Hail the almsgiving. That's what they hear, That's the speaking from the divine beings. As a hails the almsgiving. Flowers, fragrant water, and perfumes shower from the sky and the courtyard of Dannava. Oh, you're here. I was looking to see if you guys are here already. You can come sit here if you want, or if you don't want, you're okay there. They don't always see me, even though we're working together, We have to work. We cannot see each other every day. I have to work also. So I don't know why the people always thanking the Supreme Master Ching and the Supreme Master TV staff. I'm also one of the staff. No need to thank both. Making trouble. Yeah, I'm one of the staff. Yeah, I know I'm a humble staff, a very difficult one, but it's a staff. Most difficult to please, but one of the staff for sure, very critical. Right, this is not correct, that not correct. You change it, change the host, change this, change that, rewrite that, now. It's not all that's easy. But what am I to do? Yeah? Everybody, you make a small mistake, but she make also a small mistake. She makes small mistake, she makes small mistake, he makes small mistake. Everybody makes small mistake all day long. It's just a one drop into the cup, but another drop come in, 2 drops, 3 drops, and then it's full and then it's overflow. And time is not waiting for us, yeah? Deadline. And I have all the deadline as well, not just SMTV deadline, I have all the job to do. And my dog also have deadline. They want a veggie bowl now. We're just coming, we need it. Etc. Yeah, never mind. So, for all that work I do, all the work they heap on me, you are really lucky to see me now and then. Truly. I'm really lucky to see me. I don't see me. Yeah. I don't see me every day, truthfully. Because I don't have time to look in the mirror. I don't comb my hair for a long time. I don't wash my hair until I have to go to do something, see you or something. I really don't see me also. Now talking about it, I don't see myself that much. Yeah, I either meditate, working inside, or working outside in front of a computer, or feed the dogs, pet them a little bit. Sometimes they want more. I say, no, that's enough already. You know how many thousands of people want just a little bit of what you have right now. Okay. I said to them, I don't even have time to pet myself, okay? So just be happy with that. 2 strokes. Yeah. So he broke his fast here, Lord Mahavira, right. The next moment, Chandana's shackles broke into pieces. Divine drums and all that singing everywhere from a divine dream. Flowers, fragrant water and perfumes shower from the sky, and the courtyard of Dannava was filled with heaps of gems, jewelry, diamonds, stuff. Wow, that should happen to us here. Actually, sometimes you smell some fragrance inside our hall, or when you meditate, or when Master nearby, something like that. It is because heaven also shower us with perfume. It's just not many people can smell it. Not everybody in the crowd smells this. Some people have wisdom eye open, then can smell and then recount it for us. Just like sometimes the Buddha talks and gives speech, lecture, and then many of the heavenly beings came and listened to him and sit with people. But not many people see that. Anand, even though he saw a verse in memory, but he don't often see this. He have to listen to other people, tell him the experience. That's why in the book of the Buddha Sutra, always say, "Thus I have heard." He heard only, and then he recorded. You see, not "thus I have seen in my vision, I have heard inside." No. Not until after the Buddha Nirvana that Ananda become enlightened. Maybe that was the first time he see the light inside or hear the sound inside. Yeah, that's the thing. So sometimes you smell the sandalwood, perfume or anything like that, the flower, that is because the heavenly beings shower on us. But not everybody smell that. One of your sisters, she passed away already from Hualien. Actually, she should have passed away a long time ago. But after Guanyin method, she kept living on for decades. Blood cancer, yeah. But she kept living on for decades. Yeah. She's a little skinny though, yeah. And she's one of the most devoted Taiwanese disciples that I know. She meditates a lot. And sometimes she meditates and Christikawa Buddha would come and give her something. And it still stays there even after she wakes up. Give her a round jewel. And it's still in her hand when she walk out of samadhi. She still has it. For example, her beauty had magnified thousandfold even. She was already so beautiful. And now, after she has been harassed, punished, and tortured, all her karma, past karma or this present karma, whatever she did or however the Maya arranged it, is falling away. So she become 1,000 times more beautiful. Believe that or not, she was already so beautiful. And plus, she has offered this special meal to Lord Mahavira, to offer to a saint, enlightened saint, or not to enlightened saint even, with your pure heart. Yeah, you have merit immense already. Yeah, not to talk about offering to Lord Mahavira, who is a super saint at that time already. So of course her merit is just, 1,000-fold more. So she became more beautiful, 1,000 times more beautiful. Maybe not 1,000 times more beautiful. I don't know how beauty can manifest 1,000-fold more, but it's just kind of saying that she became radiantly more beautiful than ever before, okay? And gods and goddesses adorn Chandana with beautiful garments and ornaments. Yeah. This resolution of the period of penance of Lord Mahavira Swami may be deemed as the first step of the human endeavor for woman's liberation. Maybe he had to go through that so that the woman's status will be more elevated in this world, not to talk about spiritual yet, yeah? So more liberated, more respected, more free, yeah? Because in old time, women cannot go out of the house. In some countries nowadays, still like that, cannot go out alone, yeah? People will look down upon you. You have to cover yourself or disguise yourself, whatever, or go out with somebody, or cannot go alone. You may be harassed or molested even, yes. So they think Lord Mahavira had to endure all this in order to help humans' status to begin to step into liberated kind of society. Yeah. So, okay, that was the story. There was another story, another 10 dreams of Lord Mahavira next time, eh? Okay? Yeah. Next time we have terrible. Next story is very bad. I'm warning you. If you're scared, don't come next week in case I come out. I will try to make my calendar longer so you can bear it. Oh, terrible. Yeah. What do the humans all do to real practitioners? I have no idea. Terrifying. Okay, La. It's almost time for your dinner. Huh? How come my disciples and my dogs are the same? I mean, in this respect, they never had enough of me. They're never tired. They never want to go away. I need a rest sometimes. I do. But they don't want to go. Sometimes they run back and forth. The attendant, the assistant came and get them. Sometimes they come back inside, back and forth, wagging tail, and I say, go. I have to be, stern, like, go. Otherwise, they don't want to go. They keep looking back and stay there. I said, we don't have all day, just go. Yeah. And then a few minutes after they eat and play and go out, and then come back again like new. I've never seen me for 100 years. And then don't want to go out again. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, la. 谢谢翻译人员. Thank you. I was telling them the problem in Kaohsiung that I cannot stay. I would have liked to and bring you there to have warm weather, sunshine every day, but I got sick. Too sick, really. So every time I cough, I almost like faint because it coughed too long and too deep. Like my blood all run out, my body become empty and weak. Cannot continue to do that. So I said, even if the Maya arranged that I go there, I get sick, I can avoid it. I can cheat him and don't go. That's what I'm saying. It's just like there is a show on our TV about near-death experience with Kimberly Clark. She had a near-death experience. And during that time, she know everything. She saw about her future, that she will go where, study, and meet what husband, and married, and blah, blah, blah. She didn't want any of that. She didn't want husband, nothing. So she didn't marry. Yeah. You can cheat. You can cheat destiny if you want to. If it's only for yourself, it doesn't matter. You can practice meditation and avoid it. Or don't want it. You know it intuitively, even if you don't see as clearly as Miss Kimberly Clark, but you can have intuition. You don't want that, and you can cheat. Yeah, meditate more, cover it up. Except when you're a master, then it's difficult. Everything you do, you have to do it for others' sake. Just like Lord Mahavira has to start for 5 months and a half, almost, in order to help women to be liberated. To start a period of woman liberation, out of slavery, like the princess. It's just a symbol. She has been in shackle like that, and then Lord Mahavira had to come and eat from her offering, and then even just a coarse food like that, it's not a real food even. Bran, and rotten, stale. So that the woman in this world will begin an era of liberation. It doesn't happen immediately, but it did happen, slowly. And nowadays we have woman presidents, woman prime minister, woman ministers, a lot. Maybe president and prime minister is less, but ministers, a lot. And women everywhere. Women even truck driver, woman go to the moon, woman go to space station, woman go anywhere. Before it's unheard of. Before it's not possible. Women are locked, closed behind the wall, high wall, don't go anywhere without accompaniment like brother, sister, or parents, or friends. And only now and then can go out. Normally cannot go out of these walls. You stay within your parents' house, within 4 walls. The wall in the house already, and the wall outside is fence. Many countries were like that before, in Vietnam, China also like that. Before, they even bind the feet of the woman to make them cripple so that they couldn't go far anywhere without help. Yeah, so wicked, this world. Long time, not too long ago, a few hundred years ago, they bind the woman's feet until they cripple, become small. And if your feet is big, you can't marry because you're not virtuous. You have to be crippled to be a virtuous woman. Oh, God, I cry when I see all that stuff. Luckily, we don't have this nowadays anymore. Yeah. Binding until the girl, when they were small girl, they already begin biting it, and they cry and cry and cry, but the parents have to ignore them because that's a tradition at that time, a fashion. And if her feet are not small, bite it until cripple, small, when her feet like that, biting until it becomes small and cripple, then she cannot be married out. And she's a bad girl, something like that. Oh my God. What wicked world we live in. Anything, not just hell punish us or torture us. We torture each other here already. Or in Africa, the woman organ has to be mutilated, otherwise she's not a good girl and cannot marry. Really, when I read all that, I just could not bear. Not just torture animals, torture each other for no reason. And what for the girl have to be married off anyway? Can she not just live alone and be free? Yeah. And even blaming the girl, if not married, then she's not a good girl. For what? It's a proof of nothing. You married or not. Right? Okay, never mind. We're not gossiping anymore. You go eat, I go do something. I don't know what. Just say quay nguyên từ này, ok? Để quay của同事. Ơi,这个给外国同事 OK？ 外国人去吃饭，在厨房里面他们准备好东西啊 OK？ Mấy đồng chí mình giỏi hả? OK. Việt Nam hả? Sao ngồi tuốt bên đó vậy? OK, ở đâu đến? Hả? Việt Nam biết rồi, ở đâu? Bảo Lộc hả? Xa vậy hả? Ở trên đó. Gia Lai. Gia Lai tên là Thượng Du á hả? Sao mà ở Bảo Lộc làm sao đi máy bay xuống đây vậy? Đi xuống Sài Gòn mới đi được phải không? Đi bằng xe buýt xuống rồi mới đi. Wow, tội nghiệp vậy.把这个带下来给大家看一下 OK。 因为我要保护眼睛啊，他们就没有那个比较淡的就是。哎呀，现在冬天了嘛，不用以前太阳的时候。OK， very good。今天站到这边来了，太好了。OK。再见。不会很冷啊，我是很重啊，冷什么？还好啦。
傍晚比较凉。
现在很凉一点点而已，不是像喜马拉雅那样子。Yeah, have to go. Yeah. 多看几眼啦。OK， 太冷了，冷了不要站太久。好，你们好。对不起，今天不吃饭在哪里 ？OK， 要的话能便当，懂吗？Thank you。OK， 要回去工作，我要回去工作了，工作很多。OK， 太多了。Thank you， 辛苦。 刚才在厨房工作没有进去听哈。啊，对不起，对不起，下一站了啊！台湾人嘛，自己没关系了啊，随时可以看到下一站。OK， 拜拜 ，Thank you。
谢谢。